Okay, cool. We're live now. Let me
But
go on my Instagram real quick. I'm gonna put my live up on there, and then put the what's it called? Put a little picture on there. We on the stream.
you want a picture? Slat.
I can put a little picture on my stream and like make it so they can see where to go to actually.
Join it.
Yeah, cause it's on Twitch and it's on. I got it on Twitch and YouTube at the same
That's hard.
time. So I gotta find the right picture.
Right.
Put it up here. Oh, it's on the volume. There we go. Let me get it off the volume real quick. There it go. Make sure my screen lock's not on. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, the
Smooth.
cord's kind of in the way. Hold on, let me move that. That looks silly. All right, Joe, you ready?
Yes, Sirski.
I'm talking about yes,
Let's
sir,
get it.
ski.
Let's get it.
Welcome y'all back to the Ace Industries podcast. I hope you guys are all doing well this Sunday. Today I got a very special guest, Joe
Mm.
Turner, offensive lineman at Missouri Western
You sure?
State University, and he is a 6'5", 320. He's a big boy. He's a trench guy, and
Talk
he's
to
coming
him.
up on his senior year, and he's got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of topics we're going to talk about. His game, what's coming up in this season, in this senior season, and then we're also going to talk about the MIAA conference, how competitive it is, and everything that goes along with that. Joe, I'm just going to ask for the people who don't know, who are you, and then outside of football, what do you like to do?
Right. So I'm Joe Turner. I'm from Iowa, and outside of football, like I really keep to myself. To be honest, I like to enjoy my alone time. I like anime, video games, like stuff like that. Like just chill vibes. You feel me?
Yup, yup, yup. What are you studying right now?
Cybersecurity.
Yep.
About half a year away from getting it, man. Gonna be a big boy.
You'll get your degree after next semester.
Yeah, yeah, and in December.
That's what's up, man. That's what's
Yo.
up. What made you choose Missouri Western State University?
Well, a lot of things, going into like my recruiting back in 22, like there's a lot of factors of Missouri Western. I had offers on the table like you and I, but ultimately in my wrestling season, I ended up separating my AC joint in my right shoulder, and a lot of the teams that I thought I had good offers for fell through, said they'd go and go walk on, but Missouri Western stuck with me. And then when I went on my official visit here, I met two guys. One was Keith Russell, and the other was Cody Watson, and
Okay.
they just like they show me the culture here, like what it's like to be a Griff, and it just I don't know, I can't explain it, but the day I visited, it just felt like home. I just knew I could be here and thrive.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of the same with me too. When I came on the visit, that's when I kind of really
Yeah,
fell in love with the school. After
you feel me?
meeting
Like it's just
everybody.
the environment and the people there,
Yeah,
just not too much not to love.
absolutely. My next question is: so, as a big offensive lineman, when did you realize that the trenches was really where you belonged?
It was more in high school, right? So like in middle school and stuff, like I played tight end, I played D line, I played O line, loved it all because I was always taller, right? I've always been a taller stature, and a lot of coaches like, well, guess what? That's we're gonna put you because we need people like that. And then in high school, I didn't really fall in love with it until then, until like I really like felt the joy of being able to like. It sounds wrong, but like being able to take a man against his will and put him somewhere where he don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something about it that just
Yeah,
it just felt so good to me, like
yeah.
it feels wrong now saying it out loud, but like it's just a good feeling.
No,
And,
yeah,
I've always taken that pride of like being an offensive lineman, we don't get recognition, it will always be quarterbacks in the paper, running backs. It'll never be, hey, O line didn't allow a single sack, no TFLs. It'll be, hey, 200 rushing yards, right? And I'm fine with that. I've always, it's a team game, and, I take glory in my guys getting glory.
yeah. That's awesome, and that's a great mentality to have about it too.
You
I
feel
mean,
me?
all the
Got
offensive
to be
linemen.
selfless, right, Sammy?
Yeah, you definitely have to be selfless. But all the offensive linemen, you said it yourself. They don't really get that recognition. They don't really get them flowers. It really all goes to the quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs.
Yeah,
But you guys are the ones who are up front. Making it all possible, keeping
man, taking that pain like every snap. Like
yeah,
if there's a single snap where offensive lineman doesn't touch a single person, he didn't do his job at all.
yeah,
You feel me? Like there's no off plays for us. We play every single snap. Like the worst feeling is, you're going against the ones or against the D line, the whole like probably 12 drive rep. All of a sudden the twos come in fresh and you're just like, dang. But you got to see it through.
yeah,
It's the joy of the job.
yeah. No, I hear you. So this next segment, we're going to be talking about just the offensive line mentality. So
Hmm.
you're primarily a right tackle, but you can play multiple spots on the offensive line. So
Yes,
how
sir.
important is versatility on the offensive line?
I'd say it's more of like if you want to play, right? If you show a coach that you can play from the right tackle to the left tackle, then they're gonna throw you out there. Because when I first got here, right, I was hurt. I didn't practice at all that first fall, right? And I even asked my first O line coach, Coach St. Louis. I was like, hey, what do you want me to be like? More watching film on, more practicing my reps too, because I did start at right tackle my senior year in high school, but I also had film at guard and center because
Mm-hmm.
I always believe versatility is key. You feel me? Like if you can show a coach you can play anywhere, then guess what? They're gonna find ways to get you on the field, ways for you to make an impact on the game. Whether it's hey, we're gonna move you to this position for this play, da da da, stuff like that. It's always been important.
Yeah,
And like as an offensive lineman, right? If you're a right tackle on your pass setting, sometimes you're not going to always develop that post foot. If you're only practicing that one position, whereas you go to left tackle now, you're kicking back on that left foot. You're putting more pressure and weight on that back foot. So when you post as a right tackle going inside, you're going to have that strength. You're going to have those muscles more developed, so that
mm-hmm.
you'll be stronger in that stance.
Yeah. No, definitely. I was gonna ask too. So you said you played right tackle out of high school, and now you're playing in college. But have you played any other spots on the offensive line since you've been playing in college?
Yeah. So what was it? My first year starting was what 24, right? Or was it 23? I can't remember,
And
but
when the new staff came in was the 2024 season, or that was that the first year?
no, they came in 2023 because
Yeah, in the spring.
yeah, right. So yeah, whatever. After that 8-3 year, that was my first time starting. But first game we played in, right? I played right tackle. I was actually struggling that game. Well, not struggling. I was still performing. It was more like physically. Like I wasn't physically ready for the heat of that game to be playing 90 reps. I wasn't in that spot. I didn't prepare enough, and then
Mm-hmm.
it got to me. That heat got to me. I was throwing up. I was sick, and then halfway through the game, our center James Lucio goes down. I can't remember what for. I think it was his shoulder. So they
Yeah.
had to throw me in at center. Played center for the rest of that game. Same thing with Fort Hayes. I played a little center, but then got injured during that one, and I think I played a little bit of right guard, but that was been it for games. As in practice, I played from right to left. Every single day I got to take reps on each side.
Yeah. So primarily the right tackle, but you've been mixed and matched a little bit on the offensive
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, I see. We got somebody in the chat asking about what's happening. If this is your first time watching, this is just a sports stream. Basically, I do stream it with college athletes. At all levels, and we kind of just talk about their game and talk about things that are coming up with them. It's the Ace Industries podcast, athletics, competition, and education. So we kind of hit on all points in terms of what it takes to be a college athlete. So that's what we're doing.
There you go, Sammy.
Yeah, yeah. I had to lock them in. I see two people say what's going on in the chat.
Yeah.
You probably can't see the chat box because it's only showing you on
Nah.
the screen. You probably only see
Yeah.
me and you. I got a bunch of like pictures and stuff in the chat
I mean,
box.
I'm know you got all the monitors
Yeah,
up too, huh?
yeah. I got two. Yeah, I got two monitors up right now. Yeah.
Eee!
So, my next question for you in this segment. So, what's the mindset of a true offensive lineman? Because y'all don't get the same shine, but y'all control the game.
Right. I'm like it's pretty much like a blue collar mindset. You just got to go in, go to work every day. Like even every single day at practice, we know no matter how our body's feeling, like we gotta every single rep. Like our mentality is not a single rep we can't take off. Right.
Yeah.
we allow one sack for a D lineman. Hey, guess what? That he just made his day. You feel me? For us, that's out of 90 plays. That's one single bad play, right? We take that mindset with every single play. We want to be perfect. We want to have great communication. We want to know what's going on. Like even like some of the guys on the left side of the line, like our left tackle and left guard, like we know the playbook more if it like we know like receiver routes that like everything that's going on just because we need to know. You feel me?
Yeah, in terms of where the ball's most likely going to end up, you're saying?
Yep, stuff like that. Yep, and then like even with running back, like running back lanes, like we need to know the formation so we know. Okay, well, even if we pick up these guys, who's going to be the free hitter, right? Because we just our mentality every play is everybody else doesn't know what they're doing. All they know is the play. We need to tell them who's getting blocked, where to go, stuff like that. That's our mentality. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, and it's important that you guys are all on the same page too. I'm assuming also when you guys are watching film over the
Hmm.
schemes against the other teams that we're playing against or that y'all are playing against, calling out maybe blitz indicators. Maybe if you guys know that they're going to slant a certain way in terms of the D line or and the linebackers, things like that.
Yeah, that all goes into like a weekly scheming. Every week we get a play sheet, and then we'll write down our notebooks when we watch film. Like, hey, we know this guy's slanting more because he's leaning in his stance, or he'll have his left hand down when he's on this side of the ball when he
Hmm.
shouldn't have it down, or he'll be more cheating in on this side, or these two guys when they're on the field, they're more primarily this package, and they're gonna be blitzers, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we identify stuff like that. We try to keep a good note of it, and even during the game, like we'll have people that don't play like, hey, watch what's out there, listen to the calls, see who's out there, write stuff down, and then we take that into account, stuff like that on the sideline. We'll have the iPad, watch it back,
Yep.
see how we can improve, and just next drive, let's go get a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a great mentality to have too. It takes all 11, right, Joe?
Man, all 11. Hey, you got one that misses assignment, that's a busted play.
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, it hurts.
Yeah, no, anytime a sack or a TFL happens, I know personally from playing defense, I know anytime that happens for us, like that's the heyday. Like we want that, but anytime that
Yeah,
happens, reverse the roles. Y'all got to
that's a
prepare for
drive
that.
killer.
Yeah,
Because you look at the
mental
statistics, like
preparation.
something like a sack, right? You look at what happens after a sack on a drive. What down is it? How many yards they lost? How can they recover if they're in field goal range? All that equates to what's going to happen. And most of the times when a sack occurs, it's going to be a punt. Like
Yep.
I'm not going to say a specific number, but I'm definitely going to say it's in the high, maybe 80s, 90s, right?
Percentile in terms of if a
Yeah,
sack does
like
happen. Yeah.
yeah.
No, I definitely agree with you on that one. My next question. So, at 6'5" and 320 pounds, how do you use your size and aggression to your advantage without losing your technique?
Yeah, that's a good one. So it's like playing O line. I'd say it's probably 70% technique and leverage and 30% like strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've always preached like experience, technique, and your leverage will win you rep way more than strength will. Because if you have good leverage on the guy, you know your technique and you know what he's going to do from your experience, then you can shut him down. Because feet will win you the rep and your hands will dominate it, right?
Yeah.
The strength it'll show like the difference in the gap, but that technique, all that's going to clamp him up, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 times, right?
No, I totally agree with that too. And I remember too, when we were playing together when I was still at Missouri Western, how we were talking about if we were comparing positions versus
Hmm.
offense and defense. DB and offensive line are probably
Yep.
comparing from offense to defense are probably the most similar because y'all aren't backpedaling, but you guys are doing like a scooch technique essentially
Right.
when you're
Like we
rushing.
go backwards to go forwards.
Yeah, keeping that
And like,
leverage. It's the
yeah.
same. It's the same thing when you're covering someone in the open field or in man coverage. You got to keep
Hmm.
a certain leverage on them and don't let them beat you to the spot. So it's kind of similar in that way.
Yeah, and with footwork, like, if I put too much weight here or my feet are too close, right, I'm gonna get pushed, I'm gonna get thrown. Like same with a DB. If a DB don't have his footwork right, he's just gonna get thrown off the ball, ran by, stuff like that. But yeah, like
Got to
very
make sure your
similar.
feet shoulder width apart.
What? What?
Okay, the last question for this segment. So, what do people outside of football misunderstand about playing offensive line?
Mm. I say like all the holding calls, right? I say because most of the time, I ain't gonna lie, them holding calls are BS, gang. I
Yeah.
got hit with quite a few last year, and I'm like, I'm doing moves that are legal, right? You can hit them and pull them down. That's legal. D lineman can do that to me. I can do that to him. But refs, they love to throw that flag.
Yeah.
They see you dominating someone too easily. They're like, yup, and then
Throw
you hear
that
all the
flag.
fans. Hey, you hear the fans go crazy, like especially in the Super Bowl. Like, what happened to Will Campbell? They're oh, he's the worst O lineman. They say one bad game, they're like, he's the worst. But they got to understand, like, to be a great offensive lineman, you need to lose so much because, like, unlike other positions, you can't be like right out of the gate O lineman and be great. You got to have that experience. You got to have that knowledge of
Yep.
how your body sits, how much you got to sit back on a bull rush so you can stop it without getting pushed pulled down. Stuff like that you can't learn through practice. You got to learn through just getting punished. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
It comes with the game with
yeah,
the
like
experience.
losing is definitely the best teacher for offensive linemen. Like, if I could tell anybody, I'd say if you're scared to go up against like someone that's a lot better than you, man. Like, I'll say this, like, I went against CJ Ravenel my freshman year, right? He's on the Titans right now,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was a little scared of him. He's 6'6", 290, and he looks like he's probably 220, right? He's just
Yeah.
lean. I'm like, okay.
Lean and
I'm
lanky.
thinking, hey, I'm scared, but guess what? I'm knowing. I'm like, if I give him my all and I go against him, that's gonna make me so much better. And let me tell you, my first rep against him, he went for a speed rush. I was like, oh, I know exactly what I'm talking about. After my second kick, I didn't get my foot in the ground. He planted it. Boom. Put me down.
He,
And the fact was, like, he could have tapped the quarterback, got the sack. He didn't care. He
yeah.
wanted to put me down. And
He
I was
just wanted
like,
to show you.
yeah, and that taught me so much than any segment with my coach can. Any
Yeah.
any film can teach me. Like, losing taught me I don't want to feel this again. Like, it hurt so much. I was like, yeah, I'm not. I rewatched that clip so many times. I'm like, man, I'm not letting this happen again.
Yeah.
Did it happen again? I'm not gonna say.
Maybe.
I'm not
Maybe
gonna
not.
say.
Hey, but if it did, it didn't happen as often as it should have.
But
That's
if it did
that's what
happen
matters.
again, it didn't look as bad.
Yeah, no, CJ. I mean, he was
Oh, he was a
bad.
freak,
He was freakish
athletic
in
freak.
nature, and I mean that's why he's still in the league. I mean,
Man, I can't wait to see him ball out some more. What? I'm excited for him.
yeah, he's in his third year in the
Yep.
NFL now. He was with the Ravens for one, and this is going
Hmm.
to be his second year with the Titans. So, yeah,
Also, he's balling on the UFL.
he is.
Yeah, he taught me a lot too. I can't, I'm not even gonna fake it. That man is one of the reasons why I've been, this successful.
Yeah, is he transferred or not transferred, but he got signed on to a different team because he was
Yeah,
originally playing for the
the Mustangs.
UFL team in Michigan. Now he's playing
Yeah.
for you said the Mustangs.
No, no, he was playing for the
He was playing
Mustangs,
for
I
the
thought.
Mustangs. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just got signed on to a different team, I believe, though.
Okay,
I
that's
can't remember
hard.
the name of it though, but he's still
Yeah,
playing
because I
for
remember
the
last time
Mustangs.
we talked, he was gonna go to rookie camp, but he had to get surgery, and I was like,
Yeah,
dang, that's
yeah.
just that hurts, that
I asked
timing.
him to. I think I slid up on one of his stories. I asked him about it. But
Yeah.
him, Keith Russell, C.J. Ravenel, playing pro. Sam Webb's still playing pro ball.
Jo.
Jonathan Owens still playing pro ball. Devin Burrell. You didn't play with Devin.
Um,
I played with Devin, but he's still playing pro ball.
that's hard.
I feel like I'm missing some. I feel like I'm missing someone. Mm, it will come
DJ.
back to
Oh
me.
no, DJ
No,
Sturgis.
he was, but then he ended up
Oh, he's a
coaching.
coach, right?
He's coaching at
Yeah.
Colorado Western State University.
That's
He's playing
hard.
two over there. They play like against Colorado School of Mines. They're in that conference. Yeah, he's
Oh,
playing for them.
Armani.
Armani, yeah, he is actually. He is still playing pro ball. I don't know because he was playing in the German league. I don't know if
Hmm.
he's switched to the European football, the EFL. I think he might have switched.
Oh, James Lucio, Canadian
Yep,
football.
CFL. Yep, James
Yep.
pro ball. So
Yep.
we play with like
I'm saying we
over
playing with
100
legends, Sammy.
people playing pro
Greatness.
ball.
You feel me?
Yeah, man, you next, man. You next.
Hey,
Um,
trying.
the next segment is the MIAA trench battles. So let's get into this segment. The
Talk to me.
MIAA is one of the toughest conferences in Division II football. What's the difference about battling off defensive linemen in this league?
I'm sorry, you were a little
It
laggy
lagged
right there
out.
at the end.
It lagged
Yeah, a
out.
little
Okay,
bit.
I got you. So the MIAA is one of the toughest conferences in Division II football. What's the
Yo.
difference about battling defensive linemen in this league?
Oh, I'll tell you, like I've noticed it quite easily because we play with teams like Augustana and
Mm-hmm.
Missouri S&T and like teams like Northwest and UCO, UCM, all their D linemen, they try to get, or even Ian Fort Hayes, they each team has like a specific D lineman they want. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
Northwest, they want all their D linemen 6'6" and above, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fort Hayes, they like stand up edges that are fast rushes. UCM's like really strong defensive linemen. Same with UCO. They try to go for like power lifters, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to like other leagues like when we played Augustana and Missouri S&T, like the difference between the D linemen, like I'm not gonna disrespect their leagues. I'm not gonna say it was a night and day like so easy, but I will say like Augustana, I feel like their DNs were lighter, more easy, but or not more easy, but like easier to like hunt and get control of,
Mm-hmm.
But they had better like
Strength versus technique. You're saying,
right,
yeah.
right. And like, but some of their DNs they like to go for more spins and like swim, so like they prioritize more moves. Whereas like Missouri S&T, like their D line was definitely like a lot different compared to the MIAA.
Yeah.
Like they didn't really have like a requirement for their DNs. Like I saw some that were like this body size, this body composition, and I was just kind of like, okay, you just kind of go for who you go for. I get it.
Mm-hmm. I see. I see. But in terms of the MIAA, like each and every individual team in the MIAA, they got different types
Yeah, they try to like
and
they try to go for a
archetypes.
specific like type of archetype, and so that they can get those guys in their formation. And I'm like, I kind of see what they're doing with it.
Mm-hmm. Now I remember seeing the difference between, especially like UCO. Like you were definitely right. They got the not necessarily just shorter, but like they're bulkier D linemen. They real nice,
Oh,
like
dude,
kind of jumpier
yeah,
power lifters too. And yeah,
their nose guard was a power lifter in high school. He had a state record.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy. But then you look at Northwest Missouri State University, and they got all 6'5", 6'6" guys. They all 270 and up. They're huge, just massive D linemen. They
all
run
bull rush
bull
too. That's
rush.
all they
They
want to
run
do.
four down, right?
Yep, they run a four down. All they do is bull rush.
Bull rush all day. Big boys,
Mm.
big boys. Didn't they have? They had someone. They had a D lineman go to the league when we were still playing. He left like I think it was the year before when the new staff came, and he ended up going to. He was either with the Jets for some time or a different team. His first name was Sam. I can't remember his last name because him and Sam Webb kind of went to the league at the same time.
Yeah.
But he was, oh my gosh, he was like 6'6". He was like 290, 300 pounds. Oh my god, big boy. Northwest always has a huge D
Yeah,
line.
they only recruit like farm boys and stuff like that.
It's crazy. Okay, next question. So, what's the biggest challenge about going up against high level D linemen every week?
Man, it's just the experience, like the gap, like like those D linemen, they know their moves, right? They know
Yeah.
when a lineman's at a certain position, they can spin, or ice pick stuff like that. And I'm just like, that's the gap that you see, and then you see like they know their moves. Like they're not the type to, hey, I'm gonna know how to rip, I'm know how to swim. No, they can prioritize one or two moves, and that's gonna be their bag, right? That's gonna be their go to. If they can't hit that counter move, right,
Yeah.
and then not like counter move. Like all they do is they just keep pursuing, right? And they all have high motors. That's what kind of sucks. Like it's kind of nice playing these other leagues because some of their D linemen are like, okay, if I get clamped up, I'm just gonna hold the edge, something like that. If it's
Yeah.
like a pass, right? I'm just gonna not keep trying. Whereas the MIAA, if you stop for even a second, oh, that's a sack. That's a
Yeah.
pressure, right? They don't quit. Not like I haven't except when Lincoln or Northeastern was in our league. I don't think I've had a D lineman since that like, oh, I got clamped up. I'm just gonna quit. Like even if I pancake, I might get him on the ground. Man, he's damn near trying to swing or
Yeah.
grab onto something. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it gets wicked.
They all got them high motor, that high
High
aggressive
energy, man.
mentality. Yeah, I understand exactly what you mean. Because I mean, I remember seeing it too. Obviously I wasn't on offense, but I remember I
Right.
was
But you were
watching.
watching, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I definitely seen that, especially with the teams that we played against in our conference. Like the D line, they all MIAA D linemen. They all got
All they
high
do is just
motors.
high motor.
They trying to get back there. They trying to get in the backfield. They trying to get a pressure, sack, TFL, whatever it is. They're going to try, and they're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
So Um, the next question is, so do you feel like playing in a conference like this sharpens you differently?
Oh, oh, for sure. Because, like I said, like each week, you're going against a completely different archetype, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's say one week I'm going against UCM, or I'm going against Northwest, right? They bull rush, so now I gotta hunker in. I gotta more, stay in there, fight with them. And then next week, let's say I go play Fort Hayes, where they play seven techs and they just want to run off the edge, right? And now I gotta kick wide and stuff like that. Like just playing in this league alone expands your bag so much because each team comes with their own different tool sets that you got to learn. Each D lineman has their own moves, own quirk they got to get used to, and like, it takes a lot, and then you just keep memorizing it, writing it down,
Yep.
learning their moves. When you go to practice, you tell scout teamers like, hey, this week I want you here. I want you doing this more. I want you working on this, and now you're improving, the guy, the next, the next guy is coming up, right? You're getting there better by, hey, work on, ripping here, work on, doing an ice pick, spinning more, stuff like that. Now they get to work on their moves.
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. I mean, it's good too that you saying like when you're playing against all these other teams in the MIAA, it's making you kind of have to play differently. Kind of
Yeah.
like you said, get into your bag a little bit in terms of what techniques, and how you need to play. Because like how you said earlier in the stream, a good O lineman is an O lineman that has good game experience, and it sounds like
Yeah.
being an O lineman in the MIAA, you'll get that game experience just because the way that every other team is playing it, they're all playing a different style of defensive pass rushing, run stopping. It's all different. So
Yeah.
um, the next segment, so segment 4, we're gonna talk about your injury and how you're recovering from it. All what you're doing. So
Right.
you're coming off some ACL surgery, and now you're getting back into training. So what's that process been for you, like physically?
Man, it's been long. It's been a long road, right? Because tore my ACL, meniscus, and some cartilage in my left knee back in October. Got surgery really quick. Like I think I tore it October 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Got X-rays, everything the very next week, and then surgery the 27th. So
Okay.
really, really fast. I think what 12 days, right?
Yeah.
And it was a long process. It was grueling just because of like having like because the only bad part about tearing your ACL and meniscus is you can't weight bear for a lot longer, right?
Yeah.
Because whereas you tear your ACL, you can start weight bearing sooner. You can start putting more weight on it, so you don't lose as much muscle. Whereas
Yeah.
I couldn't put any weight on that leg at all for 6 months. Like it did a total on me. I was like, or not 6 months, 6 weeks, right? Or
That'd
yeah,
be three
6 weeks,
months.
right? And like even just now, like I'm just starting to be able to squat again. Like just last week, gang, I finally was able to jog. I almost cried, right?
Yeah.
I felt it. My knee didn't feel, my knee felt stable. It felt good. It felt strong. But
Yep.
like I said, with squatting and stuff, on the leg extension, leg curl, like, the weight I'm doing, it's not a lot, but it's just like it's motivation to me.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? Because
Yeah.
like
You just
there's
gotta
a
keep into
time,
it.
yeah, there's a time I couldn't do this. There's a time where I just had to sit there, right? But now I can start doing this stuff, and now I want to get back so much faster.
Yeah. Understandable. And I I'm glad that at least after it happened that you got it done and checked out in the same month because that's
Oh
probably gonna
yeah.
speed up your process. I mean, you'll be back by before fall camp.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. No, I'm getting cleared June, early July.
oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's for like contact. Like I'm gonna be able to
Uh
start
huh.
squatting here, running. I'm not gonna say soon, but you know,
Yeah.
whenever they want me to.
Yeah. Well, then that means if it's June and July, then I mean when y'all start summer conditioning and workouts, I mean you'll
Yep.
be back, and then you'll be
Oh,
ready for
oh
fall
yeah.
camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not leaving St. Joe till I'm healthy, man.
Yeah. I mean, and you've already been through fall camps at Missouri Western too, so you know the
Yeah.
deal with that. And that, but that's great that you'll be back before, before fall camp. You'll do
Oh,
your
I know.
conditioning
It's a
and your
blessing.
strength training. So yeah, that is a blessing. The next question is so like, what's harder with the injury? Is it the physical rehab or is it the mental battle?
Man, I'd say the mental battle
Yeah.
because the physical, well, at least for me, right? For me, like that physical pain, that physical pain I felt, right? It was nothing. It was just more like I'm used to it because I'm used to football, right? I played my entire life. I've been working out for what 9 years. I got tattoos. Like this pain is just. I'm not gonna say I'm numb to it, right? Like I recognize it. I feel it. Like I feel the burning in my quad every time I go to rehab. But it's more that mental, like like when I was just laying in my bed and I couldn't move, right? There's days I couldn't move at all. And like the pills I was on was messing with me. I was up 3 a.m. thinking by myself, man. It was a lot. It was a long road, but like people like Keith Russell, people like Nick, people like Khalid, people like my homeboy Trail, like they all helped me. Like you too, Sammy, you call me, you feel me? Like, and it's just all, y'all kept saying, push through it, you know what I'm saying? This, you're gonna be fine. You just keep pushing. And I kept doing that, and now I found peace with myself. You feel
Yeah,
me? And I'm ready.
that's good, man. And I'm glad that you found a way to kind of help with that mental side through your friends and through your teammates. Because I had another. Well, it was two. It was when I had two people on the stream at one time, and he was
Hmm.
kind of talking about the same thing when he was going through his whole ACL rehab process. And he said the way to push through it, to get back as soon as possible, and what helped the most really was his teammates and friends, just
Yeah.
checking in, not treating them any different way, but checking in, asking if they're good, and trying to keep them up, trying to talk them through it, if they need it, if they need help, all that stuff. So I'm glad that I know I
Yeah.
was calling you sometimes about it, and keeping you
Man, cause
updated.
I ain't glad that made my day. You feel me? I
Yeah,
may not express it at the time, but like that definitely stuff like that made my day. Cause
yeah,
you feel me? Before I knew it was ACL meniscus, right? I was already having those bad thoughts. I was like,
yeah,
this the end of the world, da da da. And then when they said that, like, man,
yeah. But
man,
it's
it.
never the end of the world, man. You got plenty of
Nah,
time to
oh,
recover.
I know. But I'm saying like when I got that diagnosis, I was like, it hurt when they said ACL meniscus. Like I almost shed a tear, but I was like, we good. All right, we good. And then I was like, I'm not gonna be gone for too long, right? I started thinking like this gonna be 12 months, but nah, I got the best doc in the Joe, you feel me? He got me
Yeah,
right.
that's awesome, man. I'm glad that you're getting through this process, and you're recovering faster than you expected, man.
Oh yeah, but
So this next question. So how do you stay confident as an offensive lineman after the ACL, knowing that your game depends on your strength, your base, and your movement?
I feel you. It's hard, right? Because I deal with that question every day. Where I'll have like coaches like Coach Bell. I have other players go like, "Yeah, you're not gonna come back the same, right? Yeah, you fell off. You're gonna da da da. This dude's gonna replace you." I got three guys saying they're gonna replace me, right? But at the end of the day, right, I don't let any of that affect me, right? I
Yeah,
just I don't tell them at all, but I just know like y'all understand like I'm coming back next year to be better. I don't know why y'all think I'm coming back to be just how it was, last year, performing last year. Like
yeah,
no, like I plan on building from that. Like, yeah,
yeah,
this might, I might slow down a little bit, but guess what? That means I need to adapt my game somewhere else. I need to get better somewhere else. You feel me? So I'm never tripping. Like I just said, as an offensive lineman, you gotta always be adapting, always be learning to, you know, new scenarios, new plays, new stuff like this. You feel me? And it's just part of the game. You feel me?
yeah. I
You
totally
gotta
understand.
love that game till it loves you back.
Yeah, you do. And, Coach Bell be talking, man. He just be talking smack.
Hey, he do be talking. He be talking like he a breadwinner.
Yeah, he's just trying to get you ready for the comp. He wants you to
Oh
be
yeah, that's
ready.
why I've
So
never been worried.
he's
You feel
trying,
me?
he's just talking so smack, trying to get in your head.
Yeah,
Coach Bell
like
always
you feel me?
does
They
that,
can't
man.
crack me. I'm not tripping,
Let them
Sammy.
know. Let them know they can't crack you, Joe. Let them know.
Hey, chill.
Hey, hold on. Let me let me chill. Let me chill. Let me chill. Okay, okay. Let me lock back in. Okay, next
Yeah,
segment. Next segment, Joe. So we're gonna talk about the senior year mentality because you're coming up on your senior year, right?
hell yeah,
So this upcoming season is your senior year. So how does that change your mindset?
man. Changes. I'm coming for it all. You feel me?
Yep.
Like I have no only accolade I got is Dean's List. You feel me? I got one academic honor last year. I'm proud of that. I'm not dismissing it, but I feel like with the work I put in, with the effort that's been shown on film, everything that I've given, like I gotta have something to show for it right now, and I don't have anything because
Yeah.
last 2 seasons I've been plagued with injury. Right, the year you were here, right? I burst a blood vessel in my knee, so half the year I had to take reps off. Right, I can't go this drive, and teams look at that like, oh, he can't play a full game. That's not all in my double A. That's not nothing. You feel me? So, Bam didn't get this year, or didn't get it last year. Then ACL happened, didn't finish a full year, couldn't get it. So I'm coming for it all. I want first team.
Yeah.
I want All American. That's always been the dream. I want to keep pushing that envelope. You feel me? I've never been afraid. And yeah,
Yeah. I
every
know.
day, like every day I give it my all. You feel me? I know this, like Like this my last day as a junior, pretty much. This is my last day in spring. I'm never gonna be in this dorm in spring ever again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's gonna be my last Monday in this dorm, you know. So I'm in that type of stage. You know, we in the end stage.
Yeah, you coming on that senior season, but you still hungry like you a youngin. You know
Man,
that's
what?
great. That's great. I have no doubt in my mind that you do what you need to do. You will get all MIAA, all American. You have the size and the talent, and you have the game experience too. You've been
What? I
playing
got
for a long
that
time
bag.
in the MIAA. So yeah, yeah. You got the bag. You strap. You strapping them. You
Stop
strapping them
playing
behind
with
it.
me. Double strap.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So the next question is, what do you want to do this last year at Missouri Western to mean for you, or what do you want this last year at Missouri Western to mean for you personally?
Man, I just wanna win.
Yeah.
That's it. You feel me? Like I'm not hating on the last two senior classes, but seeing going like even in high school, I've only had one winning year. You feel me? And the only winning year I've had here, I was on field goal, right? I like as much as I want to claim that, I didn't really, I didn't do too much. I was out there taking what probably like 5, 6 snaps a game, But like I just want to at least be conference champions. I want hardware. That's what I want. You feel me? I want to leave a legacy saying this year, they got one of them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like 8-3. Guess what they can say? We went to a bowl game. I want one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not settling for anything less, game.
And don't settle. I mean, that's great. I'm glad that you got that mentality that you don't want to settle. You never should, and you should never want
Feel
to.
me? Never settle, Sammy,
Yeah.
in anything.
Yeah. Because I mean, after that 8-3 season, I mean that was a great season.
Hey, that felt great. It felt great.
We had a really outstanding team, and then after that, I mean, there just were some things that were missing, here and there
Man,
towards
that
to
year.
our games. It seemed like every game we were right there. Double overtime, UCO, 3 point, field goal, with what was it? No, I think we beat UCM that year. We had what was lost by 1 point to Kearney, and
Lost to one by Pitt.
yeah, one by Pitt, 1 point with Pitt, and it was just like every game that season, it was just we were right
So
there,
close. This.
we were on the cuffs of it, but just something didn't click, and we weren't clicking on all cylinders, so we couldn't finish it out.
Yeah.
And then the season after that, I mean, was kind of just it just wasn't what y'all wanted at all. It
Man,
wasn't
I ain't glad.
everything.
It was just injury ridden. We had one of our senior receivers quit on us, so that was a big blow on us.
Yeah, and that can be hard too because when you get to that point too, when not necessarily the team is falling apart, but when the season's not going the way it needs to be going, and there's some people who will do that, they'll
Hmm.
quit on you. It just kind of makes the whole team feel like
It
something's not
demoralizes.
right. It's
Yeah,
demoralizing. Everybody's not on the same page. We're not all together, and that can affect the team's mental. And
for sure.
like whenever I had left Missouri Western, and I left for multiple reasons. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
because of the team or the coaches. It was a
Right.
bunch
We
of
talked
different
about
reasons.
this.
But when I got to the new school at Lindsey Wilson, you know, what I noticed was that even when stuff was hard and when things were looking bad, I mean, nobody was really down. Everybody was on the same page on what they wanted to do. You know, nobody's like out there cussing in somebody's face saying like this is what we need to do. Like
Hmm.
everybody's like kind of just working together. Like if somebody did have a bad rep, we get on them. We tell them, look, let's do this next time. Blah blah blah. Like things get, it's football. You're gonna get emotional. You're gonna get a little tense.
Yeah.
But next play, they'll go out there and they'll do what they're supposed to do, and you dap them up
And
and
then
say,
y'all
hey,
breathe fire, huh?
yeah, breathing fire. Yeah,
Y'all
exactly.
y'all breathe y'all breathe some fire, huh?
Yeah, we were breathing a lot of fire. That's why we don't
That's
lost
what
we
that's what
lost
these last two
games.
teams are missing.
Yeah. So, um, the last question in this segment. So, when you step back on that field in 2026, what do you want people to notice first about Joe Turner?
Man, I don't want them to notice anything, right? I still want to stay under the radar on everybody. Like, I don't care, gang. You feel me? They can notice me. They don't. You feel me? I'm used to it. Nobody notices a lineman. Like I showed my brother a clip of me the other day. He went, "Oh, my fault. I wasn't even watching you." I said, "It's fine. I understand it."
got that underdog mentality, basically. Yeah.
What? This girl showed up to my game. She said, "Oh, did you play?" I was,
I was in the whole game. You didn't see me.
I played 100 fucking reps. How about that? Played 100 reps.
Yeah.
You didn't see me.
Yeah.
I was bleeding.
That's what I mean, and that's what it comes with the old
I mean,
lineman.
Sammy, the only thing I wish they'd notice is I just want them to notice me.
Yeah, I mean, playing football, like when you're out there playing, like you'll see what the old linemen are doing when like
Yeah.
you're on the field and playing with your brothers and stuff like. But I mean, a lot of times people who are watching that they're not really looking unless
You feel
something
me?
goes wrong. You know.
Like the only time they notice the O lineman is when something fucks up, which
Yeah.
is understandable.
Yeah.
But it's like O line. I say O linemen are best like this. Like the five up front is like a SEAL Team Six. You feel me? We got to all move as one. We got to all think as one. And if one right doesn't hold a corner right, guess what? Your quarterback just got smoked, homie.
Yeah.
You feel
And
me?
that's when they notice. You know, they might notice like big hits on screens and
Yeah.
pancakes, but I mean, in
Like a
terms of
screen. They might see
yeah,
a 320.
yeah, but in terms of like perfect technique holding a pass rush, I mean,
Oh, they don't care.
they think that, oh, that's supposed to happen every play.
Like I'm telling you, gang, I'll look at some film, I'll be like, that is majestic. That's art, right? I'll
Yeah.
show somebody else, I'll be like, cool. Oh, he didn't. Oh, guess what? The 300-pound guy won. I'm like, that's not the point, though.
Yeah.
That's not the
It's
point.
not, and it never is. But they're not gonna know. They're not gonna understand unless
Yeah.
they're on that same playing field.
Unless they experience the pain that offensive linemen put, you feel me? When they realize how much pain we put in, then I hope they like notice us.
Yeah, yeah. No, I understand exactly what you mean, man. So we going on to this next segment. We're gonna talk about academics a little bit because you did make Dean's List this past semester. So
Yeah, sure.
you made Dean's List this past semester. How important was that for you, especially while going through your rehab and everything?
Man, big time. Because let me tell you, when I tore that ACL and after the surgery, right? Because the surgery was during the school year.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I got that surgery and they started giving me these pills and stuff, it really messed up my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, when I had the nerve block in, like the first 36 hours or whatever until the nerve block was out, I didn't sleep. Like, I think post surgery, I didn't sleep for almost 2 days. But then once I did fall asleep, I think I crashed out and was almost in a coma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad, but then that happened. And then, like I said, my mind was racing and, a lot of dark stuff was coming to my head, and
Yeah.
school didn't become a priority at that point, and I started spiraling.
Yeah.
I was just kind of losing it because I was like, I felt like a loser. I felt lame because I'm hurt. I'm laying in my bed all day. I'm not doing anything right. I'm just on my phone. I'm not being productive. And then one day it just finally clicked, and I said, I need to get my life in straight. I need to get back in business. I need to go back to my purpose, get that fire again.
Yeah.
And then my first step was I need to lock in on school. So I pulled pretty much an all nighter for a few days. Got everything because like man, I was missing a lot. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how I got
Sorry for
Dean's
listening.
List, but hey, it was bad. But I talked to my professors, and like a lot of the professors here are really, really great. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
understood what I was going through. They understood, the mental, physical, the drain on me and what I was going through, and they gave me time, they gave me a chance, and then I ended up coming back and producing. I think it was like a 3.3 or something like that, which
Nice.
if you looked at my grades like a month before finals, you would have think I was gonna flunk out of school.
Yeah.
It was not good, but God made it happen, man.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's great, man. Next question in this segment. So, do you think being injured changed how you approached school and life off the field? And you
Oh,
kind
for
of
sure.
hit on it a little bit with that last answer, but if you want to go ahead and just say a little bit more about it, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, cause like before I got hurt, right, the plan was always like I want to see how far football can get me. I've always like if you ask somebody that's in any sort of like college, football team, like, do you want to play in the league, and they say no, slap them, gang. Everybody has aspirations. Everybody like nobody wants to work a 9 to 5. I'm gonna be honest. If you can make $1 million being a bench player, you gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, unless it's somebody with injuries, right? Like that's where I'm getting at, right? So
Yeah.
after I got hurt, right, I really had to realize, like, man, I put all my time, all my effort, all my love into this sport, and it's not loving me back.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel me? Sometimes, love don't equate. You feel me? So I
Facts.
had to, really take a look at my life and do a 360 of everything, look in the mirror, and then I just realized like, I need to lock in on school before it's too late. And now, now it's important to me. It's
Yeah.
one of the big three.
One of the big three. That's great, man. Okay, the last question for this segment. So, what would you say to athletes who are only focusing on football and ignoring what they need to do in the classroom?
Stop it. Stop it. Because let me tell you, not only is the classroom important to you in life, but if you also want to get on that field, the coach will only trust you with a good GPA, right? I'm not
Exactly.
saying a 4.0, right? Because that's hard.
Yeah.
But gang, like I'm telling you right now, a 3.0 is not hard.
No, it's
Looking
not.
looking back on all my years, I should have at least got a 3.5, right?
Hmm.
But got a 3.0 instead. But if 3.0 is not
Made
hard.
made Dean's list. That's all that matter. That's
Three
all that
three
matter.
3.25 is Dean's list. Come on.
Yeah, that's all
Come.
that matter. You
It's
got to make that
That's
Dean's
all
list,
that
man.
matters.
And
And let me tell you, that coach trust,
it's
it's
valuable.
like it's like NCAA. That coach trust.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And when they see that too, because I know when I was at Missouri Western, I was making dean's lists. They have everybody in the basketball arena. They doing everything. They
Yep.
line you up. They announce, oh, these are the people who made dean's lists. Woo! But
Yep.
at the end of the day, you doing that and getting that accolade is just showing the coaches that he's on top of what he needs to do for school. He doesn't need to be
Mm-hmm.
babysat. We don't have to give him
Mm-hmm.
specific study hall hours. We don't have to worry about him off the field. So
Yep.
what can we work on now on the field to make him a better football player? That's really
Exactly.
what it does, and that's really how doing that can help you in turn or in the or yeah the terms of being a college athlete. With
Yeah.
your coaches. So.
And also just being smart in general, like that's gonna help you with your football IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna help you pick up on stuff like, how to tell from a disguised front. How
Yeah.
to tell like, row down safety stuff like that, rovers.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Trey Holmes said the exact same thing you just said right there about how it translates from when you're doing good in school and you staying on top of it, you're being scheduled
Mm-hmm.
and everything, it's going to translate to when you're watching film, studying your opponents, reading your own playbook, trying to, it translate,
Literally,
it's a
because
natural thing.
it's just
Not
like it's
just,
homework.
yeah, literally, yeah,
Watching film, writing in your playbook, that's literally just homework.
yeah. Okay, so the closing question we got for you, I ask everybody who I have on here this question. So, if there is a younger offensive lineman watching this right now, and maybe they're hurt, maybe they're freshmen coming up, maybe
Right.
struggling with grades, whatever. What's one piece of advice that you would give to them?
I tell them try to do everything you can. Right. If you can play on the D line side, if you can play on the O line side, and not only just that, but I'm talking about other sports too. Because not only did football make me a better O lineman, obviously, but wrestling. I'm telling you, the body position for wrestling is gonna do you numbers. Stuff like that, or like even not even O lineman, but like other positions like receiver. Go play some basketball. You can. Now you can high point the ball. You can jump up. Catch that lob. You feel
Be a
me?
little bit more
But
athletic.
yeah, but especially for O lineman, because to be a great O lineman, you got to get in that bag. You gotta be able to know what everything. Because like for D lineman, they can do stunts too, right? You have a edge coming at you, rushing you. You start blocking him, and then he disengaged, and guess what? Now you got a three tech blast you in the side.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can pick up on that by saying, okay, watching film. Oh, he does that little huh. Just pick up everything. You feel me? Do a little bit of everything. Just enjoy it.
Yeah. Try to be versatile, pick up on everything, basically.
Because even if you play the D line side of the ball, guess what? Now you know how now you know what they're thinking. Now you know their mindset when they're getting lined up.
Yeah, that's great, man. Absolutely, I totally agree with that. I think that's a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the little closer right now just for the video because I'm gonna edit this all on.
Are you gonna play my outro music?
I ain't playing no outro music for you, Joe. You ain't getting. You ain't, your outro music is already made on the reel, man. That's your outro music. All right, y'all. If you guys were watching the stream, I really do appreciate it. Tune in. I'll be posting the video for this soon. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to both my Twitch and my YouTube. They're both
Mm.
XACE XST2X. Both my handles are the same for both the Twitch and the YouTube. So if you like it and share it, subscribe to it, I really appreciate that. And thank you, Joe, for hopping on the stream and
Yes,
taking
sir.
time out of your
Sammy, it's
day.
been an honor as always.
Yeah, man. And
Feel me?
yeah, have a blessed rest of y'all day.
Hey, you gotta let me know. We gotta get up sometime, gang.
Yeah, no, I will.
I'm talking about real life.
I know. I'm I was gonna say
Japan trip.
you wish I don't got Japan trip money. You crazy?
I'm saying, listen to me. I'm stacking my bread. Right. My plan is before I leave St. Joe next May. I want to have not next May, next May. I
Like
want to have 20.
after this season.
Yep. After the season, I'm gonna get a big boy job. I'm a 25K in my bank. We're going to Japan.
You don't need 25K. You need like
Nah, but I just want 25K just so I can fucking money spread.
you don't need 25K then.
I
You
want 25K just so I can put 25K on someone's head.
you don't got your priorities straight. You don't deserve it. No, I do want to go to Japan. I just don't know like
Is that some unk status shit we got to do?
it have to be planned. I mean, you got to get
Oh no
passports.
no. Oh yeah, it's for sure
It's a whole
planned.
thing. But I do want to take a
Hey, give me a
trip.
sec.
I do want to take a trip. Nah, I mean we're not. We're,
Take a trip to Davenport, Iowa. I heard it's fire down there.
no, I'm not taking no trip to Iowa. I'm talking about taking a trip to Missouri because I think whenever the seasons like start for everybody for football, I think I'll be able to take like at least
Road
like one or
trips.
two, yeah, like one or two personal trips with
Mm,
work, and just go on a Saturday and like have my camera out, try to see if I can get sideline,
yeah,
what is
activity
it?
and stuff like that.
Yeah, media sideline pass and get
Hmm.
some video, and then like maybe do an interview with some of the guys that I've been talking about. I'm
Oh,
planning
that'll
on
be
doing
so hard, Sammy.
yeah. I'm planning on doing one for Missouri Western and for Lindsey Wilson too. It'll be easier for Lindsey Wilson. It's a lot closer to Missouri. I might have to fly in and see
Right.
if I can like stay with somebody or
I'm about to say,
something.
shit. I got a place for you to stay. I'm finna have my own crib.
I appreciate that, man. And then also too, I gotta plan out when I'm gonna be able to do a stream with Devin Burrell. Remember I mentioned Devin Burrell? He's playing the EFL. Me and
Yeah.
him have been talking a little bit. So I gotta figure out like how I do that because I think I need a week or like at least like 3 or 4 days to do that because I'm in demands in somewhere in Europe. I don't even know what part of Europe, but
Yeah.
I mean, I could stay with him and that part's that part I'm not worried about it. It just be when I could do it because the EFL their season is different than
Hmm.
it starts at a different time than the CFL and the NFL. I think it starts like 5 or 4 months before, so
Okay.
I'd have to figure it out. So I got
Yeah.
some stuff planned in terms of like traveling places and seeing people who I played football with, but I just kind of have to line it up all, and hopefully I can do it all next year. But I
Yeah.
just have to line it up all with with work because
Right.
I don't want to take off time. I want to keep making money, obviously, but
Yeah. Obviously. Right.
I just
Yeah.
have to figure it out, and I will.
Okay. You gonna figure it out though, Sammy. You always do, twin.
I just got to get me a good camera,
What?
one
Start
of
walking
those
around like one of these.
I want to get one of the ones like so how like when Speed and Kai and them when they're
Gang,
going
just get an
out.
iPhone 17.
I mean, yeah, I could do that, but I could get a cheaper, more high quality actual camera where I can
Hmm.
install the emitter in it where it can be streamed live, and like it's an actual camera, and I can put it on the stick or whatever. Um,
Right.
those things
So I'm about to say like
those things are way
I
more
just I just
expensive
got
than
a
17.
dang. I just upgraded my phone. Tell me why I got 4K 60
Yeah,
FPS.
the
Come
new
on, stop
phone,
playing.
the iPhones have really good cameras, but
I was say, you see this? You see
I'm not
this
a big
4K 60 FPS. Stop playing with me, Sammy.
I got a Logitech. What is it? 180. Yeah, 180 HP. It's some K. I don't even know what if it's 4K or not. But B Hall put me onto it because the last camera I had, I mean, it was so fuzzy. My first stream I
Mm,
did with Troy Churchill, D Lyman, and Lindsey Wilson. I mean, it was just so fuzzy. It was lagging, and it looks a lot better now. So, um,
yeah.
but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do something soon in terms of like traveling out to do my streaming and stuff like that with what I'm doing with this whole Ace Industries stuff. So we'll
Hmm.
see in the near future.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shit.
My buddy Will just said, What's up, Will? Let's go. What's good, man? We
Hey,
just
drop
got
a
back.
galaxy in the chat, Will. Drop a galaxy in the chat.
He's on YouTube. He ain't dropping no Galaxy. This ain't TikTok. This ain't TikTok. This I got it on YouTube and Twitch, man.
Thank you for the roses.
I wish I could do it on TikTok. My TikTok was like It was glitching out. I don't know what was up with it. It
Mm,
wouldn't let me because I can dual stream. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time right now. YouTube's
right from
vertical,
Streamlabs.
Twitch is horizontal. But I used to just do Twitch horizontal, TikTok vertical. But I don't know. I don't know. He said the skeleton emoji. He's crying, laughing. But I don't know. It said something about my live it wasn't revoked. It just said I hadn't done it yet, but I've already been
Oh,
doing it. So I don't know. I gotta like redo it or something because I got
yeah,
above 1,000 something followers. You gotta have like 1,500 followers to go live on TikTok or whatever. So I'll just have to figure it out. Maybe I'll switch it back, but who knows?
right.
But all right, man. I'll let you get to what you gotta do. I'm
Yes,
finna
sir, Sammy. I'm finna be on For Honor if you want to stream that tonight.
I'm not streaming the game. I'm gonna start streaming the game when I'm in my own place.
Oh,
I'm
but hey, I might get Arc Raiders. Real talk. I just made some good pay Saturday.
Yeah, you need to get Arc Raiders, bro. You need to start
It's
joining
like that.
start joining the goop. Yes, yes,
But
it is like that. It is like that.
but
I goop every chance I get. I goop
oh,
every chance on my off days.
but then Sammy. Hey, I'ma holler at you, brother.
All right, man. Have a good one
Yep, it's
tonight.